In Thinking Hyperbolically, we've tried to look at we have looked at the connections between mathematics and design. The inspiration for Thinking Hyperbolically came from the field of hyperbolic geometry. Hyperbolic geometry was developed or created, I guess, in the 17th century when they suddenly realised that we didn't live in a flat world, and that's what Euclidean geometry had taught us all this time. We lived in a world of curves and shapes. And Euclid's postulates didn't work anymore, the fifth postulate. So what they did was threw it out, and they developed a whole new form of geometry which deals with our real world and with curved shapes. That's what we took from there, and this very difficult part of geometry, inspirationally, could only be represented through crochet, and that's how we joined the ideas of design and mathematics. What we've tried to do is to encourage the students to see connections between valid mathematical concepts and design processes, so they can use visual representation to communicate their thoughts.
Data interpretation has included Thinking Hyperbolically through the online use of it, such as We Feel Fine and Gap Finder. And now We Feel Fine gathers phrases from the internet, starting with I feel, as well as accompanying photos. Gap Finder, on the other hand, gathers information from countries and compares them with growing trends and sizes. These two online representations of data has inspired Thinking Hyperbolically to create our own interpretation of data. As you can see, we have created a graph including our postcodes. Now, We Feel Fine, as appealing and intriguing it is, has quite a big flaw in it. There are two of them. The first one is whether it's ethical or not, because the people who have posted the data on the internet haven't given permission to We Feel Fine for it to be gathered. Now, another flaw is that it only gathers English. Now, that's a very small portion of the world. If you think about it, there are billions and millions of people.
Investigating codes was very interesting because it allowed us to see how codes and ciphers have underlie everyday life. We've also seen how codes have changed over time, from the 16th century Babington plot to more modern day encryption techniques. Throughout our study, we've seen how ciphers and codes have adapted to the needs of society throughout the world, and we see how ciphers were used in the past primarily for protection of information passed between large groups, whereas now ciphers are used more primarily as protection for personal information.
We each created our own ciphers based on the cipher that we investigated in groups.
We used the codes with the hexadecimal Pantone color matching system.
Parabola is the simplest curve you can have. The formula for the curve is y equals x squared. A parabola is used for many things in the Western world. It's used to communicate through satellite dishes. It's used every time you turn on your car headlights, because that's the optimum way to expand the light.
We used the program FXDraw to graph these parabolas, and we then copied these parabolas into the program Adobe Illustrator and converted maths into art.
I am a nomograph. I have come from a humble parabola, born and sculpted on a program known as FXDraw. My graceful curves were then plotted onto a letter plane following the points of my creator's name. I then left my home of FXDraw and was imported into a strange new world known as Adobe Illustrator. I was then duplicated many times and stretched and shrunk and twisted and spun to create an intricate design that my creator found represented who they are. I was then laser cut into perspex to create a printing plate. Then I was pressed into all of my grooves with ink and I was rolled through a printing press and crushed to create both prints rich with colour and those of black and white nature. I believe I am very beautiful.
During Thinking Hyperbolically class, we explored topology, which is a universal branch of mathematics that allows mathematicians to take an object and reduce it to its most basic form, to understand what changes and what stays the same. For example, a coffee cup, a donut, and the human body are all topologically the same. Our experience in topology was confronting because it challenged us to extend our thought processes and accept alternate ways of perceiving the world and the universe. Concepts like hypercubes were interesting objects to study and explore because it really allowed us to group the concept of multidimensional objects.
So the golden ratio was a game created by Plato, and he hinted at a golden key which would unlock the mysteries of the universe. He expressed this in a mathematical notation which is approximately 1.618, and this mystical number was then 1,000 years later found in the Fibonacci sequence, which was a sequence of numbers to describe the growth of population of rabbits. This golden ratio was then found in the spirals of pine cones and all throughout nature.
We applied this to two things in class. We used it in the golden face mask thingy, and where we used the 1.618 ratio to measure distances between the two front teeth and the eyes, and the distance between the chin to the mouth to the eye level.
The rumors are true. I am the golden face. The golden ratio was designed for my face, and now we just got the rectangles and designed them and put them up to my eyes, and they just matched up. It's just all magical the way it happened. Just fit perfectly. My face is the golden ratio. I am the golden ratio.
Hello, I am Felix Rothery by day, but by night I am Broccoli Man. Beware. Welcome to my broccoli lair. I have enjoyed the course very much, and I have had a lot of fun. I rate this course 9 out of 10. At first I thought the class was just going to be about maths, but then I learned there was a design part to the courses as well. I enjoyed both the design and maths part of the course. I thought that the course would be hard, but I was wrong. I don't know why I just did that. I think I was challenged a little. But that is a good thing. Wow, I have an awesome lair. Have you seen my televisions floating around? I think there is one behind me now. They get really annoying because I have to keep on moving around if I want to watch something. That was a good stretch. I now do see the relation between maths and design. I found it easy to find this relationship. My base is under attack, probably by the evil Carrot Man. Oh wait, he's gone, it's okay. I think that the highlight of the year was when we heard from the man from the powerhouse. I cannot remember his name. I think I am a really cool superhero. I don't think I least enjoyed anything. Blah, that was weird. 3 things I have shared have been the code work, the mazes, and the golden ratio. I think everyone thinks I am the coolest person in the school now. Overall it was very fun and I had an awesome time, especially in mazes where I had an amazing time. Ha 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 ha, I am so funny. This is Broccoli Man out.